Animals have only one valuable thing: freedom. If they lose it, only people can help them regain it. Fortunately, there are more people who do this than you might think. These animals being freed will restore your faith in humanity. Here, 55 bison have discovered their freedom and a fresh start in a national park. It's their safe haven, where they can learn to live in the wild. The time has arrived for 2-year-old Bobcat Bro to bid farewell to his caretakers and embark on his own exciting journey. These wild horses have the opportunity to roam freely once more, feeling the wind in their manes and the earth beneath their hoofs. This lost crocodile was discovered wandering in the countryside, but with the hard work of professionals, it safely found its way back home. This tigress couldn't walk, but thankfully she can now return to the wild after receiving treatment and rehabilitation. After spending 6 months locked up, these 3 bear cubs forgot how to play freely outside. Now that they're set free, they're diving straight into practice to remember. These giraffes couldn't believe their eyes. They thought they'd be stuck in cages forever. Now, they're back in their real home. It's like a dream come true. After losing his mother to poachers, this jaguar cub was given a chance at a new life, thanks to wildlife activists. Now grown and ready for the wild. Watch the seal pup swim out to sea, where all the people who took care of him have gathered. This eagle was discovered with a hurt wing, but now, thanks to his rescuers, he's soaring back into the sky. This big guy has mistaken the city for his habitat, so they decide to return him back to his real residence to keep everyone safe. These wild horses returning to the wild are so magnificent that whole crowds of people are gathering to watch them. This man didn't receive a letter from Hogwarts, but he made a brave choice to assist a snowy owl. This python doesn't belong in an urban environment at all. He's used to the warmth and humidity of the jungle, but thanks to the wildlife department staff, he will be able to enjoy his natural environment again. This time, instead of encountering stray dogs, folks stumbled upon a massive sea elephant on the street. But rather than freaking out, they joined forces and guided the bewildered creature back to the ocean. It's impossible to describe the excitement of these 4 rescue whooping cranes, who were given a home in a sanctuary with the largest number of their endangered kin in the world. The Iberian lynx is in danger, and its future is uncertain. But one thing is certain, this lynx will have the greatest chance to thrive in the nature reserve. If you believe nothing in this world is perfect, then you haven't witnessed the majesty of a snowy owl returning from a bird recovery center. This fox enjoys its freedom by running fast into the wild. This former street show monkey is finally back to her favorite stage. A green turtle named Bob is joyfully heading back to his ocean home to enjoy another 50 or even 100 years of life. This northern gannet was discovered a week ago, stuck in seaweed, not moving. But after a successful recovery, this magnificent bird is back where it belongs. This rescued koala had dreamed of climbing a tree for so long. She still took the time to say goodbye to her beloved caregiver. Imagine what it's like to spend your whole life in isolation and not be able to move freely. These chimpanzees are going outside for the first time. The way they hug each other with happiness is truly heartbreaking. This handsome pink guy is rough, and today is his big day as he's coming back from rehabilitation after his beak healing and will be able to feed himself again. Enjoy this magical moment as 2 cheetahs embark on a fresh journey in a wildlife sanctuary where they're free to roam and hunt without any limits. Here's great news from the wild plains of Croatia. A herd of wild horses will be able to repopulate the land once again as part of a rewilding program. When the Orca Conservation Group initially discovered these small sea lions, they were suffering from broken bones and poisoning. But now, with Orca's help, they're happily diving back into the sea. This tiny deer was so little that he accidentally fell into a groundhog hole. But thanks to some caring people who heard his cries for help, they rescued him and set him free. This cheetah was released into the wild, but instead of running, he decided to make sure nothing had changed during his absence. That's how far this rescued herd of rare horses traveled for a chance to settle in a new and safer place. This baby was orphaned and would never survive without its mother, so he urgently needed help. He was taken to the Forest Animal Rescue Service, where he was prepared for this moment of release into his natural habitat. When animal lovers chose to relocate a couple of wandering bison to the sanctuary, they never imagined they'd end up saving an entire family of these magnificent creatures. Although hyenas look like dogs, they are not friendly at all. So their rescuer decided to choose the safest place possible now. This leopard has never known freedom, as he spent half his life in a cage. Fortunately, he was rescued, and after 2 years of treatment, he can finally enjoy nature. It took a lot of people and effort to get these 2 dolphins back in the ocean, but the lives of these animals are absolutely worth the effort. The health of these future top predators depends directly on the ecosystem's cleanliness, so wildlife activists made sure to find them the cleanest environment possible. These little sea lions have been returned to the wild, where they can enjoy freedom and find a new home. The exciting moment when 6 flamingos, who have been healing under the care of wildlife keepers, are returned to their flock. These 3 little seals, who were once caught in fishing nets, are returning home to the ocean with a new chance and hope for a better life. Behold as Kiko, the orphan giraffe, takes his first steps into the wild, embraced by the love and care of shelter workers who have tirelessly prepared him for this moment. These majestic bald eagles have spent over a year rehabilitating and rediscovering how to take flight after getting hurt. But now, the time has finally arrived for them to spread their wings. This crocodile found itself stuck in a fisherman's net, but fortunately, it crossed paths with skilled animal services professionals who came to its rescue. They carefully freed the crocodile and took it to where it can once again roam freely. Due to the severe pollution in the seas, these magnificent turtles are becoming increasingly rare. Saving just one of these creatures is a significant achievement. You'll never guess what these guys on horses brought in: a couple of bobcats that were returned to their natural habitat. Check out the pure joy on Chloe and Sela's faces as they return home after their long treatment. After spending years in captivity, these lions finally tasted freedom for the first time, all thanks to the dedicated efforts of a rehabilitation center that granted them a second chance at life. The mountain lion's burned paws kept it from running, which was truly tragic. But within just a month, thanks to skilled veterinarians, she was back on her feet. This is how happily the buffalo run through their familiar grasslands, repopulating the land after they were freed into this wilderness where their ancestors once lived. The moment finally came for these African penguins to return to freedom, and it seems like it was the best day of their lives. This is how cheerfully the mountain goats set out to explore the new land. These wild horses weren't meant to stop by the fence of the ranch where they live. So now, there are no more boundaries holding them back. The population of a rare species of parrot increased by 5% after releasing these beautiful animals, thanks to the efforts of animal rescuers. Meet this adorable Indian civet. See how joyfully she comes back after her vet visit. This raccoon's bad experience with humans made him unable to trust them, but now he might think differently. With gratitude shining in their eyes, these 2 orangutans are finally embarking on their first journey into freedom after their extensive treatment and rehabilitation. Don't miss the speed at which this bear is rushing back into the wild after his long treatment. While some people see a crab as a meal, others see it as a friend who needs some help. This young lad lost touch with freedom while confined to a farm. But now, thanks to this organization, he's rediscovered his true home.